Welcome to Yeshiva Daf, shir sponsored the Nishmas Ani Akashon Labasitzchok. We're holding in Sanhedrin Daf Mem Gimel, and we're starting the Mem Beis and Mem Beis in the bottom. In the middle, the Gemara asked, how do we know that skila needs to be done out of 3 machnes? You go out of 3 machnes and what to do with the skila. So how do you know that? Why don't you do? How do you make it this? So the Gemara brought the first sheet was we're learning from Purim and Yisrofim. The Purim and Yisrofim you have to go out 3 machnes. So you learn from there also a skila. More asked, why you learn from Purim and Yisrofim and not from Shchitas Chutz. Shchitas Chutz is only 1 machne. We want to explain why we want to learn machsha from machsha. Now the Gemara is going to bring 2 other explanations, sources. How do we know that we do it from? That we learn from? That we do out of 3 machnes. So the Gemara. Rapapa is, we're talking 6 lines on the bottom. Papa Moshe Heichen Ava Yosef. Moshe Rabbeinu is sitting where? B'machne Leviyah. Amalech one no it says of Kalim Chutz Machne. Tell him take it out of the machne. What's Chutz Machne? Chutz Machne Leviyah. Because he's already Machne Leviyah. So you go out to Machne Yisrael. The Yitzius of Mekalim Chutz Machne. Am Yisrael listened to Moshe Rabbeinu and took at the Mekalim Chutz LaMachne. That's another Machne. Chutz Machne Yisrael. That's what we take Moshe Rabbeinu, says go out, and then they get out. So 2 outs takes you out 3 machnes. So the Gemara, how do you learn from the fact that Am Yisrael did it? How you violated last seal, that they actually followed the orders of Moshe Rabbeinu and they did what they were told. Second one, seal the head seal. See this clearly. Already says it. So I don't have to say it twice. Of course, it was even the hammer in the Gemara. But it says clearly, it says it. So we have it already. It says the Gemara, so what are they going to do with the extra words that says that they did what Moshe Rabbeinu said? And the Gemara says to say they went on the Machne, they already said they did it. And then they threw the stone. Why have to say they threw the stone? That's what Moshe Rabbeinu said to do. And you just say, Moshe, Am Yisrael listen. Says the Gemara, when you buy, look at the tiny for the following, right? So, the Gemara saw be'even oisoy v'loy b'ksusoy, meaning he needs to be without his clothing. He has to be undressed. That's oisoy, he himself. Even she missed be'even achas yotza. If they threw 1 stone, that killed him, good enough. I don't need to have multiple stones. And the Gemara says, what do we have Evan and Avonim? We have it by Mekalel and by Mekoishesh, Rashi says. One of them it says that they use, it says, V'gemur soy Evan, that's what it says by Mekalel. By Mekoishesh it says, V'yoyim Hashem Moshe, Moshe Maseish, or Goyim Oisoy Ba'avonim. So why it says Evan and Avonim? Says the Gemara, because of one Evan Avamina Echodu Loy Mispechado. Let's say you throw a stone and he didn't die. I'll say, okay, too bad. You use only 1 stone. It works, it does not work, it's over. That's what it says Avonim Loshen Rabbi. See, you have to at least have 2. And you start with 1, and if that doesn't work, you bring another one. Let's take what the Gemara said before, but that we learn from Purim and Yisrofim, right? It says the Meferish of Raisa brought Nema be Gzera Shava. It says it's written Gzera Shava to teach us that you do Mechutz Machnes. According to you, I don't need Gzera Shava. I just have it from the Psukim and Mekal. Says the Gemara, Iluloi Nema Kal. Meaning, if I would not have a pasuk, I would learn from Gzera Shava. If learn about Koit, you're Gzera Shava. Shav Shiri Makro Gzera Shava Litzarich. Interesting concept. Usually Gzera Shava, other learn Rabbi. But you don't need Gzera Shava for this point. So we find that something in Shas. The Gemara says that the Torah, the Torah is telling you there is a way to learn if I don't have another way. If I have another way, I don't need to get to this thing. Rav Ashi Omar, a third way to learn the Mechutz Machnes is 3 machnes. Moshe Yosef, similar to what we said before. Moshe is sitting where? Machne Leviyah. And now here's the difference. What did we saw before? It says, Oitzes Seish V'chutz Machne. So we learned before that one Machne. Go from Leviah to Yisrael. He learns two. Why? That's one. Where is that? Chutz Machne Leviah. And Chutz Machne Yisrael. The Torah said to Moshe Rabbeinu a very long sentence. Take him out. Mechutz Machne. Think about it already. It's out of the Machne. What is Mechutz Machne to add? Another Machne.
We're talking about the Makal the whole time.
Which is Kilo.
It sounds like the Gemara is talking about Moshe's, it should go out.
No, take out. Take out, like the Torah says, they told Moshe Rabbeinu, take out the Mikalu Mechutz Machne and throw and stone him.
Where was the Makal?
With Moshe Rabbeinu.
In the Machne.
Leviah, he put him there in jail. Yeah, but it doesn't make a difference because the Pshat, if he said, they told Moshe Rabbeinu, take him out. And it took Moshe Rabbeinu, so it could be wherever he was. It doesn't make a difference. But you're taking him out from one to another. Says the Gemara. So that's already. So it says by Moshe Rabbeinu, the two parts of the sentence tells you out of three machnas. It says what do you do with what it says the Am Yisrael did it? It says the word last year. Just tell you the Am Yisrael followed the orders. So what? We just said a second ago. So why I have to say Mechutz Machne? It says the reason why you need to have extra words. Tell you not only they stoned him, but they also did two other things. One is smicha, the samchu yadeim. You do smicha on the one who's being stoned, and one is tchiyah. They have to push him down. You don't just stone him; you throw him from the second floor. We'll learn, and then you stone him.
So one of the comments is if you hit him with one stone that doesn't work, so what happens? You throw him down?
No, you throw him first, and then you stone him. Oh. Yeah. So that's why we have the extra seal. According to Rav Ashi, every time it says Otziu and Mechutz Machne, there's two things. Because he's saying the word Otziu on its own already means Mechutz Machne. So Otziu means Mechutz Machne, and Mechutz Machne is another one. So what do you do with all the Otziu that's a permanent strophe that we learned three Machnes? What is it? It's a word kasha. Good question. It's a good question. Says the Gemara, Echad Oymed. So we mentioned over there that there's someone there with the white flag, someone with the horse, and that's what they say. It says the Gemara like this. It's clear to me. Echad Evan Shenis Kabo, Ve'echad Evan Shenit Labo, Etz Shenit Laboy, Ve'echad Tzayf Shenereg Boy, Ve'echad Tzudah Shenechreg Boy. All the ways you kill the Nidoin. So either the stone, they're being stoned, the tree or the wood that he's being hanged on, the sword which is being stabbed with, or killed with, or the sudar, the clothing that's being choked. Kula Mishel Tzibur. They all call Mishel Tzibur. What does it mean? The Tzibur has to pay for it. My time. That first of the svar. We're not telling him you pay for your death. That's not proper. So you have to kill him. Say, okay, you're going to pay for it. No. What about what we just doing now? The flag and the horse. Mishami. Because it's to save him. What's the idea of the flag? If they found the schos, they could stop the execution. So it's for his own benefit. So maybe he has to pay for it. Or who is responsible to make sure that someone doesn't die for no reason? Basic. So what do you do? Maybe they have to pay for it. Someone who's being killed, they have to calm him down. So what do you do? Mashkim, oisoi, kort shalavoinoi, v'koi shal yain. They drug him a little bit. They give him the kort shalavoinoi of a spice in wine. That makes a person a little bit dizzy. Yeah. Shenema tnu sheicher le'oived v'yayin l'mor nefesh. One who's oived, give him a sheicher. The Tanya, when you compare it to the wine, the Tanya noshim occurs the important woman in Yerushalayim, how you misnad voice umevios oiso. they donated this cart and wine. That was a special donation. The special food for the ones being executed. So they want to stop moving us because we shall me. What happens if they didn't donate? Who's going to pay for it? It makes sense. We should see, but why? It says no. Give. In other words, they should. It says Tnu Sheikher Loivid. So Tnu refers to the tzibur. So that's why you learn from there. The tzibur has to pay for it. One of the Talmidim gets up and says, I have a schus. I have what to say. Before he speaks, he loses his ability to speak. Becomes a mute. Rav Sheish is being like a sign with his hand. What do you mean? So he don't know what he had to say. Maybe he had to say a shtus. So you don't kill anybody, because maybe there is some shmerel living in China who has this schus. Says big difference. If we're in China, I don't have to assume he has a schus. But here the Talmud get up and says, Rabbi, I have a schus. Right, can't talk? Says the Gemara, Toshua no Avasar Chanina Chama Taminu Shaziko the Mace. Yavi was Mizake and he died. So you look at him as if he's still alive. Zika and Lo Zika, I'm not sure, because he gave his whole title. The only shot is that he changed his mind. Don't assume he changed his mind. But if he didn't say anything, you don't follow him. Says the Gemara, Zika Pshitali. If he concluded, there's no that. There's no that's partial. Now what? We will follow his whatever he said. Even though maybe he changed his mind. I don't think it's true he changed his mind. But if he didn't say anything, just said, I have what to say, he didn't say anything, we have a suffix. We don't have a pshitus. So you wouldn't bring a riot because it says Zika, that means Omar does not work? No. Zika is pashut, Omar is still suffix. Okay. So the Mishnah said that if he says I have a schus, you listen to him. As long as you mamish b'dvar, you have what to rely on. So I feel probably shayne v'shtiya. Even the first or second time, you only mamish b'dvar. V'atani probably shayne v'shtiya ben sheyesh mamish b'dvar, ben sheyein mamish b'dvar machzir moisay. And the first two times, it doesn't matter. He says his schus, you have to take it back. So only after from the third time on, he needs to say something that has some legs to it. Also, doesn't mean right away. It means from the second time. How do you know? What do you mean? The guys who are executed, they don't know. What do they know? There's two people Rabbanon that go with him. Why the first two times you don't send them a rabbi to check it? Because he's scared. You have the Rabbanim, he doesn't have to explain himself. So the first two times, you don't want to confuse him. So what do you say? You say, we might say, we let him be on his own, and if he has any things to say, he'll say. But after two times, you send him a rabbi, he needs to say it in front of the rabbi first. Okay, look at this. Matsuloi schus. They found him a schus. What do you do? But true, let him go. If not, he will be stoned. There is an announcer coming out. There are plainis who plaini Adolf. This is the story. This is what he did. This is what he transgressed. These are the Adim. If anybody has any schus to say about this case, that's what they announce it. So everybody will know exactly what we're talking about. Shabbos, 2 o'clock afternoon, he was Mechal Shabbos, the Pharisee, in front of Shmuel and Beryl. He can Shmuel and Beryl with you, come right away to be amazing them. You know something happened? You have a schus. I'm not bad at Tzach L'Neima, but you're in Pliny, you show Plini's, you have to say the day, the hour, or the marketplace, and the location. Maybe someone knows Hazama, come to amazing them. The car is yoytze lefonav. It's like the fun of in me korolai. The cross is only coming now when it's being executed, but not before. Now we have a piece of a Gemara that's missing. So anybody has new Gemara, you have to look at the side, because we're not going to skip this Gemara. The censorship took out the next part of the Gemara. Why? This is a famous Gemara. This is the Gemara of Yeshua HaNotzri, Yoshke. Let's see. So if you have the Blue Gemara have it on the side. I'm sure Arts could bring this somewhere. The Blue Gemara have it on the right side. A certain age can now read it. It's not anybody in this room, but the Gemara goes on and says the following: Vatanyo, same with Vatanyo, Braiso, same with Braiso, but Erev Pesach. It's if you look at the Gemara Tziyunim, it's right over here on the right side of the page. No, Daf Gimel Daf. In the bottom to the right, or his base, and that's where you are with it. They hanged Yeshua in Erev Pesach. That's how the Christians believe too. Last Supper. There's 40 days, comes out an announcement. Yeshua Notri Yoitzel Isakel Shekishef Vehesis V'Yediach Yisrael. He used sorcery, he used Mediach himself over the Zor. He's being killed. Anybody has a schus, you tell him a schus. It was a Jew, he says based. And this came out how long? 40 days before. For 40 days they announced Yeshua is going to be killed. So you see you do it already before. No, our Mishnah said they do it only when you're executing him.
Right.
Here was 40 days before, there was a psak din, and they waited 40 days to kill him. So what's the ask? So you see over here, give him 40 days. What do you mean? There's no schus. Meisisu. He's a basis. He's convincing others to worship idols.
It's a bigger kasha what they did.
Yeah, well, what are you doing? The Karv L'Malchus Ovo. Yeshua Natsui was Karv L'Malchus. He had, so they were afraid of the king. So that's why they give him more leeway. 40 days. King, we try our best. We gave anybody has anything to advocate for him, should come, nobody can. So they gave him more time because of that. This is, by the way, one of the Gemara's, because the question is when this happened. Pasha says the Gemara brings it, and this is the Chor talking about later in the generations, similar to what
Who was the king at the time?
the Romans. The Romans.
So to them, this is Jewish law, and Maces. Did they care about the Maces?
No, but nothing with Maces. They gave 40 days for someone to give. They had.
But they're telling you it's because he was a Mason.
No, the opposite. It was because the Maces kill him right away. Says the Gemara, no. The reason why we didn't kill, you're right. Really, we should come right away and give no schus. Because it was Karv L'Malchus, so he gave 40 days leeway for somebody to find a schus just because he was Karv L'Malchus. Not because he was a Mason. The opposite.
It's also fascist.
Yeah, it's also fascist. Obviously. Yeah. Says the Gemara. Continue the gears over there. Chabishot Talmid. This Gemara brought somewhere else. I just don't know where. Chavish Talmid v'ayulu Yeshua Natsu. There's 5 Talmidim Yeshua Natsu had. Ve'iluen. Matai, Nakai, Netzer, Ubuni, V'soido. These are the 5 names. I don't know. You have to go through the spot. What they're called? What? Disciples. Disciples. And they have the names. So 5 of them. Asyul the Matai. Omer Lu. Masay Yorik. So they tell, he says, you're going to kill me? You can't. Beferish apostle, you can't kill me. Why? Hachtiv Matai Ovoy Ve'ere Pnei Loikim. Masay. He sees it in the face of Hashem. Omer Lo In Matei. You want to use Psukim? Rashi says, Rashi also censored. Rashi says, he brought Psukim, he had to just answer, just to have an answer, similarly because of the Malchus. He was bringing Psukim, he had to bring Psukim. Really, the Psukim doesn't make anything. You want a pasuk, you have a pasuk too. Let's say he says he's going to die. Asur le'nekai. Next time. Omer le'nekai. Omer le'hu nekai. You're going to kill me? V'achtiv v'noki v'nekai. V'tzadik al ta'aroik. Finish a pasuk, you can't kill me. Omer lo'i nekai yarek d'chtiv b'misterim yeharoik noki. Yeah, it says you kill the key, you kill him. Asur le'netzer. Amalu netzer yareg v'achtiv netzer misharshov yifrach. It's going to grow netzer. Amalei netzer yareg v'achtiv v'atay shtakti v'kivecho kenetzer nitov. Most netzer. Another pasuk says you throw him out into his grave. Siu the buni amalu buni yareg v'achtiv b'ni b'chayri Yisrael. It says, B'ni B'chor Yisrael. That's Buni, Beni, B'ni B'chor Yisrael. Hamalein, Buni Yarek, Dichtiv, Nyan, Yochi, Hoyrek is Bincha B'charecha. What a pasuk, a pasuk. So the Toida, Amelu, Toida Yarek, Dichtiv, Mizmor LeToida. Mizmor LeToida, give us a Shvach Toida. Hamalein, Toida Yarek, Dichtiv, Zoiveach, Toida, Yichab Dunani. Someone who kills Toida gives me covet. So you have to bring the psukim, they brought psukim for each one. There's 5 Talmidim, there's some. Shmuel, one of the 5 Talmidim of Yoshke, was really a spy for Chachamim. You have to check out the sources, and he wrote the Nishmas. So some Nishmas Kol Chaim.
The whole thing about that.
Yeah.
Saying that your side was Tes
Tetevis, yeah. That's no, the Tetevis says it was Yoshke.
No, they said Tes your guys in Tavis.
Yeah. No, so Tetevis says Yoshke. It's right there.
No, Tes
So
was
that's what's good. Ezra Sefer in the Sicha, but in the thing it says that in the Sarah, what? Sarah Duris. Who? Peter. I don't know. I know he's 5. Okay, so now that we have this, first of all, this is what the Gemara skipped, the censorship. Obviously, here, this is what the Christians were saying always against the Jews, that the Jews killed Yoshke. We said we didn't. The Gemara says we did. It says basically. Okay. Yeah. Greek is Greek about Yoshke. Yeah. That's the. Anyway, the Gemara goes on and says, so now we understand the Hemshech Gemara. So the Gemara now with base. Someone who kills his Yitzhar. It says Toida, it says Vidui. As if he was a Chavak in both worlds. How do you know? Killing his Yitzhar. Toida, Vidui, Yichabdoneni. Not Yichabdoneni, a double ocean. Why do you bring this pasuk? Bring this pasuk because we just mentioned the censored Gemara of Yoshke, which ended with Sevech Toida Yichavdoneni. What? It's a drosha. The drosha. Someone brings someone oilo, he gets called oilo. Someone who has a low das, he has a novel. Who takes the zvochi for someone who has a low ruach. His davening will be accepted. Shenemar leiv nishbar v'nitke eloikim loy sivzeh. It won't be a bizarre for the tefillah. It's another drasha that we're dashing in the Sukkim, which is really the next parak of it in Tehillim. And we also mentioned Lashon Zevach, Zevach Toidi Chavdeni, so we mainly also Zivchei Vilakim is also a pasuk. Let's start with this one Zevach. Very good. So fascinating Gemara. Here's what to dwell upon it in the Gesaris and the censorship, etc. Say it. So the Mishnah. 10 amos before he gets to the place of skilo. Do vidu. Kedech kol mumosim misvadim. Say vidu kol misvadim shlochel g'olam abo. Do vidu you get olam abo. Shekem etzinu be'achad shamar Yeshua b'ni simna kovid laHashem Elokei Yisrael v'tem lo toido. Should do vidu. Be moide on what you did. Ochad. What did Ochad do? He was moil b'chei. He touched one of the charamim and he did me'ilah. Stole it. He did do vidui. Why you upset? People died. People died because of that. Baruch Hu will punish you and it's a lot of disgusting. Will kill. It will be bad in this day. You'll be okay. Isn't on the video. Should say. If doesn't know how to do the whole video, you should say my miso should be kapara on all my avers. If he knows clearly that this is a lie, this whole thing was made up. So then, should say, I want kapara, but not for this affair. This affair I did not do. I did not do. He knows he didn't do it. He knows it was a lie. He knows that Eidim came and made up the story. It's a big problem to do that. Why? Because everybody's going to say that. Anytime someone's been killed, is going to say, I want kapara, but this is a lie. And then it will be always a little rinone against the Eidim, against the Dayanim. So we don't use this sentence. So told Yeshua, someone in Am Yisrael did a chait. He said, who? You think I'm going to say to you, Shana? Halech ve'apel, ani l'cho apel goyolis. Go, take out a goyol. Halech apel goyolis, and a goyol. The girl came out of Nochon. Interesting concept. Hashem said, I'm not going to say Lashon Hara, so do a goyol. But the girl tells you it is. So you see that the goyol is considered to be something that's happening indirectly. The both is telling you through the goyol. But to actually see the words, it's the tourist thinking it's to pronounce the words is worse, even if it's something that has to happen anyway. You don't mean gal l'soit. Amar Yeshua begoyulat Amar loy. So it says Ochon. Yeshua begoyulat the boy I like. What do you mean a goyul? A goyul will fall on somebody. Sorry. Atov and Lo Zakoyin. You and Lo Zakoyin says to Yeshua, you're the man, and Lo Zakoyin is a Kohen Gadol. Shnei Gdoyle Adoratim. You both Gdoyle Ador. Even if I put a goyal on both of you, one of them is going to have a goyal. In other words, goyal will always fall on somebody. So you put a goyal. I came out. It doesn't mean it's me. It's random. Don't say las goyolos. Shatider tisho shetischak the goyal. We're going to divide it over the goyal. So yeah, goyal is a way from Shammai to call you Mikale, Rotzah Hashem. Shenelach begoyal chalek zaretz. 10 toido. Please do video. Rabbeinu says he didn't do toido on his own volition. He tricked him. Yeshua tricked. He tricked Achon to do video. Why? He tricked him by saying, you should know, if you do video, if you admit, let you go. Like the FBI does. Just admit. Miyad v'yan nochres Yeshua v'yemeh omro true anoichi chatosi la'Hashem elokei Yisrael. Because Zois Sisi. I did it. I'm the one who didn't heal him. What is Kazois? He did it 3 times. This time, another Kazois. He did it 5 times. Here's over here is, or there's another Gerus Arba. Our Gerus is Arba b'yei Moshe v'chad meYeshua shneimar anoichi chatasi. He did a chait. V'kazois, and again and again. Asisi. According to this Gerus, I did it. So he already did it 4 times. So why was he punished till now? Why now? We're doing such a tumult. He didn't heal him. It wasn't the first time. This is what Norma holds. He did it by Seisir. Nobody knew about it. So, you can't punish Am Yisrael for them. But once they cross the Yarden, now Am Yisrael is responsible for the stories of the individual. So he did something wrong, people from Am Yisrael died, and they had to fight him. So the Gemara Ketanoi, it's really Machlokes Tanoi. What is it? It says in his stories, Lashem Lekeinu v'niglos lo l'vaneinu adoilom lama nokud alonu l'vaneinu al ayin shebeat. It says Nekudos, right? Lonu l'vaneinu at. There's dots on top of it. Why? Melamed Shaloi Honor Shal Historis at Shavor Yisrael Sayadin Divri Abiyudah. Why am Nekudas? To tell you Kosh Baruch is punishing the Historis once you go into Eretz Yisrael. So Rashi learns that there's a big cheshbon here. Rashi and Tosfos exactly which letters have the Nekudah and why difficult this is not going to go into this. Just one cheshbon is like this. Rashi says really should have been Nekudas Al Hashem Elokeinu. What's the puzzle? Hanistoros, whatever is hidden, Hashem Elokeinu. Finding glory, so you want to really say Hanistoros Hashem Elokeinu, it's only temporarily Hashem Elokeinu. Only during the midbar Hashem takes care of the Hanistoros. But later, we're responsible for the Hanistoros. So Hanistoros Le Hashem Elokeinu is that of these letters. That's what you put, but you can't put dots on Hashem Elokeinu. So you put the dots instead on Hanistoros on the words Lanu Levaneinu Ai. That's why the letters are there, because it's the same amount of letters. La Hashem Elokeinu is 11 letters, and he put it on. He just chose another 11 letters in the pasuk, put it over there. That's what the first sheet holds. So meaning the nister that nobody knows about during the midbar is both punished. Once you go there, so now you're responsible. He doesn't punish the stars. It says that the stars that Hashem Elokeinu and glory Lanu Levaneinu ad oilo. So as Rashi explains, what's the chiddush ad oilo? And glory Lanu Levaneinu, we're responsible for people doing averos ad oilo forever. What are you adding over here? The word ad oilo. Ad oilo was to tell you that the stars was not punishing. Hello, says the Gemara. Kishem shaloi ona shal nistoris. The opposite. It's Kish Baruch Hu did not punish non Nistoris and non Niglos in the Midbar until they went to the Yarden. And then when they went to the Yarden, what happened? Then cross the Yarden. Once you cross the Yarden, now Niglos Lanu Levaneinu. So that's why you have Nekudas Lanu Levaneinu to tell you, and Nistoris Hashem Elokeinu that always stays. Only when you pass the Yarden. Then you have the kudus over there. Then you're responsible. What's the responsibility called? Arvus. Arvus starts only once you cross the Yarden. Why is that so? Maharal explains because Am Yisrael become a nation only once you go into Eretz Yisrael. Until they became a full nation. Before that, there was still Eretz Yisrael puts it together as a nation. So Anikolai Slanu Levaneinu once they cross the Yarden. So how Machlekes over here, right? So Machlekes is, do you punish for the Nistoris or not? So when it says, Achon wasn't, according to the first Shita, we don't punish the Nistoris in the Midbar, only over the Yarden. That's how Achon was punished once you're over the Yarden. But according to the second Adon, you never punish the Nistoris. She says the Gemara, Elo, without Chupin Dalit, Achon my time Yanush. Why was Achon punished? Should have a Yarden be Ishta Uvana. Right? His wife and kids knew about it. So that's why the Shittasam in the Midbar, we're not punishing for Niglos. Once they cross the Yarden, you punish for Niglos, and this is Niglos, because some people knew about what he did. So you have Iros. So that's the Gemara concludes. And with this, we end this daf. And Be'ez Hashem,